Okay. So, in order to clarify um, what I said in the previous video, the video titled "Blood Money," in the interests of my new audience that is only exposed to my messages on the YouTube stage, and not necessarily, and I mean, people that are not necessarily aware of everything that I said earlier on using other stages like Twitter and Facebook. So I will speak very shortly, I hope, about several basic facts of my life that will clarify the previous video. I will say that the facts that I will now outline before you are not in any way the entirety of what I call the sins of Israel, the sinful nature of the state of Israel. They are, of course, they are a symptom. I mean, they are symptoms of the sinful nature of this country, but they are not the entirety of the wrongdoing that this country has done, and especially they are not in everything that this ugly and evil country has done in the context of the foreigners, the titans, etc. The main sin of Israel is the sin of genocide, and I've already spoken about it, perhaps not in English, but using this stage, the YouTube stage. The genocide is the most evil thing that they have ever done. But in order to understand the effects of my own life and the suffering of me specifically, I should say the following. People abroad were aware that I am alive for many years, and that I'm not a regular Homo sapiens. They didn't really know. People all over the world didn't really. In the intelligence communities, they didn't really understand my true nature, and they still they still don't. They now understand. I hopefully that following what I've posted here in the YouTube channel, they understand that biologically I'm not what I do not belong to the foreign species that they already know, even though they did. Not entirely know, but they are aware of the species that I call titans. That presumably their origin is in the planet Venus, but I'm not 100% certain about it. But it doesn't really matter. But I'm a third kind of. After Homo sapiens and the Venetians, I'm a third kind of humanoid creature, which is living today, and you are aware of. But they were not sure about it. They didn't know exactly what I am. What they were suspecting for a long time is that I am a Venetian or a Titan that using a long series of transformation changed his appearance to match the appearance of another person. I'm not sure why they saw that I've done it, but I'm certain that the Israelis supported this version of events. But let's not speak about the governments or the intelligence agencies at large, but about the people that surrounded me. My friends, quote unquote friends, quote unquote relatives, quote unquote work colleagues. All these people, for many years, received large amounts of money from abroad, especially the United States, as an expenses for a long list of services that they supply. Perhaps any kind of interaction with me along the way was could have been submitted to to the financial authorities on the matter as an expense, and people received money for it. And I'm speaking about any kind of interaction. Um, I mean, if people hired me for a job, they received money for it, even though I did my job better than, I mean, I have not, I mean, better than the average for certain. I was very good at every job that I did all my life, and that I had all my life. And I mean, if people, I mean, for every kind of interaction, even friendly interaction or familiar interactions, all of those were part of like an international deal. The people like manage my life and receive money for it. This is disgusting because of many reasons. I mean, and I'm sure that each person of you, my listeners, any person that listens to this would not want to be in my place, would not want to have all these friends or family members or colleagues as de facto employees of a foreign government. But it's I mean, the ugliness of the situation only starts here. It's much more disgusting than what people that are new to this situation might imagine. The reality is much more darker, and I will try to explain why. One of the main objectives of these people that surrounded me was to write reports, reports on me. And for many years, they consistently lied, and they said, I mean, horrible things about me, and things that are completely detached from reality. And they did not only, I mean, they framed me for crimes that they did not commit, and they painted me in ways that anyone that even knows me a little bit could tell that all of these were complete lies. And they did it because it was their interests, because the way the system was created is that when you lie more and when you paint me as dark as possible, you receive more money because your services are needed even more in order to fix me, to correct me, to guide me, to guide me. This is maybe the most common service that the Israelis handed to the Americans over the years, to guide me, because I need their guidance, because a person which is smarter than the great majority of all of them, and is better than in every possible aspect that you can imagine than the great majority of all the Israelis, this person requires their guidance, their systematic guidance and continuous guidance of the scum of the earth, of people that are truly the scum of the earth, perverts and thieves, and I mean, the worst kind of people. These are the people that need to guide the person that is better than them in every perceivable aspect. And this is, I mean, it's objectively, it's the truth. That was the state of affairs up until now, including now. And of course, in order for the guidance to take place, this person, the target of the guidance, needs to be painted as black as possible and needs to be framed in as many crimes as possible. Of course. And of course that this person, I mean, the people that guide him also need to fail him in everything that he is doing and systematically torture him, and it's well within their capabilities, because they all belong to the intelligence services, and they have the technology, and they have the background of, I mean, the backing of the law and backing of the police to do whatever they want to him, including physical and, of course, mental torture. So he will continuously require their guidance. And so they will receive more money, more and more money. But it doesn't stop here. Reality is even darker than that. And now we need to discuss my true nature. Listen, people knew what you see now under the microscope. I mean, using this new YouTube channel, the fact that I create this ring-like material, which is so sought after and which is coveted by many people. Many people have been all around the world. the fact that I created this thing for my own body was well known in Israel. It was known. Everybody knew that, especially people that that surrounded me. And they took this material and they used this material as as part of their framing. They framed me for crimes they did not commit, and they used this material as an evidence. They say, where can I go? Look, he has in his possession quantities of this material, which it's impossible to obtain without using the portal to Venus or whatever, or killing Titanus or whatever. Bullshit that they said, which was all just blood libel, because I never, of course, I have not committed any crime, never in my life, and of course, I don't even know where the portal is located, and surely I never used it, and I've been here in Earth all my life, and. So they knew it was a lie, and they knew that the realities that I created, and the purpose of the lie was to hide the fact from you, from the entire world, because they wanted it for their own usage, because it's worth a lot of money. But it doesn't stop even here. The reality is even darker than that, because, and now we need to speak about America. They had many accomplices all around the world, but especially in America. People in America knew the truth, and they received some of the stuff from Israel for many, many years. They received the stuff for themselves in the United States, and that was their own interest to continue the collaboration with the Israelis, because the lies of the Israelis were so evident, were so in your face, that it's impossible to believe that the CIA just fall into this trap and mistakenly believe that everything that the Israelis said during all those years is true. It's just impossible. But in reality, many people in the CIA knew what the truth is, and they collaborated with the lies because they received some of the material, and because, of course, the money that was spent on the Israelis did not come from their own pocket, of course. It's government pocket, so why do they care? And they receive money to their own pocket from the Israelis, or quantities of material that worth a lot of money. So that was their interest. And these were government officials and CIA workers that continued this crime against humanity for a long, long time. Perhaps to this day, I don't know.